What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode or session of Shut Up. This is session 4, and I wanted to just kind of set the scene before I even got into anything. It's currently Sunday, October 22nd, 4:22 p.m., and I got up about 3 hours ago. I feel like I have just been in this weird place of just not knowing when to kind of just start my day, when to begin just doing those things that inspire me. I feel like I've fallen so out of whack with that, and it's been interesting to say the least. So currently today it's a nice fall day. I literally sound like a weather forecast, but it's a nice fall day. The windows are open, the cats are sleeping, and I made my first iced coffee around like 2, and I'm about to be done now. I'm debating making another one, but I'm not too sure what that's going to look like. But yeah, so the episode title of today is going to be called Getting Out of a Rut. I wanted to call it that because there's been a few reasons behind me being down, which I feel like I don't need to disclose on this podcast or on YouTube or any form of social media, but there has been a lot going on in my life that has just caused me to just feel not like myself. And I personally feel like it's okay to be able to, take a week or two to just lay in bed and literally rot. That's pretty much the best description for it. But it also gets to a point where you need to just snap yourself out of it. And even though life sucks around you, you kind of just need to get yourself back up there and keep going. So that's what today's episode's about. And I wanted to start it off with a story of how this week has started for me. So basically, last weekend was really shitty, not gonna lie. I just went through a lot of different emotions that I never have before. I felt a lot of pain, I felt a lot of sadness, and it was something that did knock me down, but also inspired me in a way to make sure that I never felt like that again. And I know that that's inevitable, sadness is inevitable, but at the same time, if I can keep myself pushing to a point where have to I don't have to be sad about what others people say or think about me, then I'll do what I can to get there. So, to start off the week, I started a YouTube video on Monday. And my goal with this YouTube video was to show the progress that I could potentially make within a week to get myself out of this rut. And I knew going into it, it was going to be something that was very cliche, I guess you could say, because for me, getting out of a rut genuinely means just like long days of doing nothing and kind of picking up the pieces. But in this case, I was like, let me do a video and I'm going to make sure that I record the good parts of my day. Well, that didn't go as planned, and I ended up only filming one time on Monday, one time on Tuesday, and one time on Wednesday. After that, I couldn't even pick up the phone anymore. So on Monday, which I'm going to post this YouTube video still, I'm in the middle of editing. I'm actually filming today for it to kind of finish it up. And I did a few unboxings and just fun stuff to kind of lighten the mood within that video because it did start off pretty mundane. But I filmed 3 clips on each day, and each day I just looked worse and worse. I could see it in my face when I was editing that I just wasn't getting any better, so I kind of just stopped. And with that being said, me stopping that kind of made me feel sad about it, the fact that I couldn't keep going because the goal with that video was to show that I could be okay. But life is very hard and life is very real. So a few things happened within the week that made me very just discouraged. So, for example, on Wednesday, that was the last day where I was like, okay, I feel good enough to like record and finish this vlog, but I didn't. I found myself just being very mad at the world and very upset with my circumstances, and I went to work. I think I recorded like 1 clip, and after that, I kind of just was like, whatever, I'm done doing this. So I leave work and I come out to my car, and the car is booted. Yes, my car got booted. And I was so pissed and I was so embarrassed because I was with my coworkers who I usually drive home. And we saw it. And I wasn't embarrassed because the car got booted. I was kind of just more so embarrassed because I was already having a bad day and they knew that. So for that, I just felt like they knew, like, oh, he's on edge. But yeah, I had a bunch of parking tickets, sadly. They got me. It was fully my fault, I guess you could say. PPA kind of just came around and got everyone in the area who their cars were just needed to pay their tickets. So I had to pay my tickets. I'm not going to say how much I had to pay because it was honestly too damn much, and I didn't even know I had that many parking tickets. So yeah, my car was booted and we were forced to take the train home from work. And it's only 2 stops, so it's not bad, but I had to leave my car there because when I got on the phone with the people, I was just like, what can I do to get my car released to me today? Like, I need my타. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . and I just kind of relaxed for a little bit, was trying not to be mad, more mad than I was because I felt something in me boiling where I was just like, I cannot take this anymore. And yeah, we went back out. My best friend's girlfriend actually took me back to my car, and it turns out that the car wasn't unbooted yet, and it was 8 p.m., it was dark out, so I was just like, bruh. So we ended up leaving, and I had to go back on Thursday to get my car. Thankfully, the next day, Thursday, the boot was off when we went back, but it was just a little disservice for me because I had classes and I kind of had to go between that. But thankfully, my classes were canceled mostly, so that was the universe kind of preparing me for a better day at least. So yeah, to set the scene for this and just how that went, I had a shitty week, and this week kind of inspired me to want to get back into podcasting, get back into the media, and just do more things that make me happy. So I kind of wanted to paint the picture of what my goals and expectations usually look like, and how they look when I'm depressed. So I've been depressed recently. So Monday through Friday usually is classes Tuesday, Thursday, and work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But the past few weeks I have been calling out of my shifts, so it's been me skipping classes and me not going to work. And that's not ideal, and it's not fair because I'm taking away from myself a lot of things that I know that I should be given, aka money, aka my time, aka being social, just things like that. And I just wasn't giving myself that by doing these things, and it made me feel shittier. So I decided to kind of use this next week to kind of realize and understand what I want my weeks to look like going forward. So it's just been bad. So next week, my goals, and I don't know if I can reach these all, but Monday I have work. Well, again, I have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I work at a student job. So yeah, I'll go in there from 10 to 3, sometimes 10 to 4, and I just do a lot of my homework there. I'm a personal assistant, so I help out with my bosses, and it's a really chill area to be able to get a lot of my things done. So it's basically like an advisory slash study hall for me within the day, and I love it. So Tuesday and Thursdays are jam packed. I have classes from 9 to 5 basically, and it's not horrible. I've been a Tuesday Thursday student for like 4 years now, so I'm pretty used to it. I haven't never had a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, and I will stand on that. I will never do that. Horrible. I cannot do school more than 2 days a week, and even those 2 days sometimes, oh, we skip it. So, Temple, I hope you didn't hear that. But yeah, so I have a pretty jam-packed week this week, and I want to make sure that with the bare minimum of that, I can just get through it without second guessing myself. I second guess everything that goes on in my life for absolutely no reason. I'll second guess whether this coffee shop is the perfect one to go to, or if this video idea is good enough for me to post, or even if a brand deal is good enough for me to post. I second guess myself so much in the areas of my life where I should be more inspired, and I'm trying to break down those walls now. So this is actually my first podcast without a visual, and this is my first actual real podcast. So I'm going to give myself a round of applause because that's amazing, for one. I feel like I finally have done something that I've been so just anticipating for years, honestly, and it's been very refreshing. So starting this and doing this now, just talking to the mic, it's really cool and it's really different to not have a camera on me. I feel like I don't have to watch my facial expressions. But yeah, as you can see, I don't really have a script for this. I'm kind of just talking, but it's okay. If you're listening to this, I appreciate you, and I hope you know that I am doing my best. With you guys knowing my schedule and what I'm doing, I want to work on my time management. I want to start going to sleep at 11 p.m. and waking up at 7:30 a.m. And I don't want to touch that phone. My worst thing that I do is I wake up and I instantly reach for my phone. That shit kills my anxiety, y'all. Like, I know it does it and I still do it because I feel like sometimes if I don't, then I'm missing something. No, bitch, you ain't missing anything. Like, what happened while you were sleeping? Someone posted on their story something not entertaining, like, girl, please. I need to not do that. So I want to start waking up and not using my phone. I actually rearranged my room a week ago, and I gave myself a bigger space. So I'm gonna put down a yoga mat and start meditating as soon as I wake up. That's the goal. I'm gonna put on sound bowl noises. Sound bowl noises. Gosh, why is that a tongue twister? Incense and just meditate for 10 minutes, start my day the right way, get in the shower, get ready to go. And I actually want to start looking cute because I have not been cute recently, and that's another thing. Getting out of a rut has been so hard because y'all know the quote, look good, feel good. I have looked actually like a dead rat, and that is not okay. So I need to get a haircut. I want to get my nails done, nothing crazy. I just want to get like clear, but I need like a manicure. And I want to get a few tattoos. My tattoo artist is having a deal right now, and it's currently 3 tattoos for $100, which are pretty small, but still, 3 tattoos for $100 is crazy. And yeah, I will be going to her to see her and getting out of that manic part of my depression. I need something new, so I'm gonna start with that. So, with time management this week, I plan on simply getting the things that I need to get done and using the in between time, aka that free time, to make sure that I'm doing things like eating, being active, working out, writing in my journal. I haven't done any of these things. I've been glued to my phone, and my phone is literally the worst thing for me to be stuck on. I sometimes feel like my phone is my best friend, as cheesy as it sounds. And I know that again, it sounds stupid, but I feel like we all can relate. Our phones are in our hands literally like 23 out of 24 hours of the day. Not that serious, but like we all usually have our phone in our hands, and it's just too much. So, yeah, I'm planning on just getting used to trying new things with my in-between time. I want to bring back moonlit candles, which is, if you don't know, is my candle shop that I had for my first 2 years of college. I didn't do it the third year because I had a lot going on last year, but I'm grateful to have the time this year to be able to sit down and just like make orders and do things that are cool. So, yeah, I actually have one lit now and it smells good. The scent is chocolate and waffles, and it smells really good. So yeah, if you're interested in some candles, check out Moonlit Candles on Instagram, girly. But yeah, anyway, I get sidetracked really fast. But back to the whole weekly getting out of the rut and what I'm doing, what I want for myself. I wrote 3 things down that I want for myself within the next few weeks. Eat healthy, wake up early, no phone usage. I need to get this in my head because I literally those are my biggest struggles. I struggle with eating a lot. And I hate to admit that on a podcast because it sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like a pick me, but I really do struggle with eating. And not to say that I don't like food or whatever the case may be, but I have trouble finding like the best times. In the morning, I just want a coffee. By lunch, I'm still full from the coffee. And then by dinner, I'm hungry to the point where I don't know what I want and I just like give up. And it's just like, dude, like come on. So I'll just eat little things in between the day, and it's not self-sufficient. I'm trying to bulk right now and get stronger, so that's the goal with that. But I feel like I can start changing these things. ASMR. Period. So yeah. With that being said, I want to implement all these new things into my life because getting out of a rut is not linear. It is so messy. I feel like I have been the most depressed, the most just all over the place that I've been in so long. And I usually go through seasonal depressions, but I'm 21 now, and I feel like it's very easy to start viewing things differently. It's like when you're sad, you know you're sad, but you know deep down that it's not going to last forever. So you kind of just like wait it out. And I feel like that's what I've been doing. I've been waiting it out. But I'm using this podcast to be the first time that I say out loud that I can do this, and I know that I can be strong, and I can push forward. So that's what I'll do. I'll make sure that I'm doing all the things that I said that I was going to do in this podcast and pushing them forward because without me being honest with myself, then there's really nothing there. I know I need to be my own best friend and be able to just do a lot more solo things like go get coffee, go to the gym, and even take myself out for a meal or shopping. I love shopping. One of my favorite things to do like on a solo day is go to the city, get a massage, and shop. And I haven't done that in months, so I feel like I am overdue for that. So that's what I'll be doing this week with my in-between times. I didn't write down too much because I didn't want this session to be too long. So yeah, this is my little messy process of getting out of a rut. I feel like I'm working on it, and I want to make a part 2 to this video at some point and kind of branch out more on and just find the things that I did to help me cope. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm going to end it here, and thank you for listening to me. And excuse all the background noises and me sounding a little stuffy. It's been a week. I'm still learning how to do this all, and I'm doing my best. So thank you guys for listening to Shut Up Session 4. Cannot wait for Session 5 to come out. It's going to be a little more fun, and the first 10 episodes or sessions will be very unique and specific, but they all have meaning. So pretty soon we're going to have guests on here, so let's just get this popping. Thank you guys so much for listening. Adios.